get that fresh victory and is hoping to carry that momentum.
What are we doing on a map without a soft plat?
Yo, you're right.
Is Wubbs lost? Like,
how did we end up here?
Did he take a left turn instead of a right turn, and Google's trying to reroute him, and he's just ignoring it? What's going on?
And I gotta say, favorite food of Maid is 7-Eleven Monterey Jack taquitos.
All right.
So that's a dangerous
jail,
player.
Man. That's the level of crusty that I don't know how to deal with. But at the end of the day, you know what? I respect it.
Oh man, we will see. All right, and there we go. So far, Maid actually falling behind Wubbs, looking like he might be able to push his way all the way into Grand Finals. Even wow, what? I swear Maid just went like over him with that one. That was crazy. Wubbs somehow not getting caught by that down tick, but still looking pretty good, all things considered. But also, if you lose on the stage with no platforms against Wubbs, then just imagine what you're thinking going into the next match, right? Like.
That's got to feel like completely hopeless.
Oh, no.
Wubbs doesn't have anything to get cheeky on here, and yet he's still certainly in the lead. How far are we into this game? We're about 1 minute and 15.
Okay. Nice. That was guaranteed because we saw Wubbs burn that dodge a little bit earlier. That's why we saw the soft side light come out of Maid to convert into that neutral signature. I'm going to starve Wubbs a little bit as well. No dodge on the landing there, but Maid doesn't catch it. Just looking for that final blow. Maybe a D-light at the corner. Got him. Not going to be enough, though.
Now, I hope Maid continues to focus on weapon starving against Wubbs because, like, how do you shut down signatures? Well, you can punish them, but also you can just take away the weapon, and then you only have access to the unarmed heavy kit, which basically takes away the power of Azot's signature kit. There's the recovery. Dead even now. Here comes Wubbs spawning in on the second stock. 2 minutes into this game, so a little bit of a longer one here.
Okay. Let's see. So far, I mean, Maid's been keeping it competitive. Rocking the green drip on the Mordex. Feeling very, very confident.
Loving this weapon starve game.
Oof, it's like orange versus green, right? We've seen nothing but yellow and green from Wubbs all day. Or rather, yellow and orange from Wubbs, rather. And just green from Maid, but... Come on.
Man, he's
swinging a lot.
He's straight up swinging.
I don't know how much of it's hitting, but he's swinging. He's fighting demons. I see shadows in my room. Like he is swinging.
We'll see at the end of this if he's like, dang, Demon's got hands.
Yeah, honestly. There we go, man. Just to find a few hits, but it's been relatively even the entire time. Maid with a pretty solid weapon throw there. Tries to catch Wubbs' landing. Very, very good option to go for there. Couldn't quite get the end light, but he knew that Wubbs had no dodge. Oh, caught him high. One jump and a dodge, I think, left here. Yeah, that's it, but the weapon throw is going to keep you safe at home.
And again, we're seeing Wubbs on a second stock not using nearly as many signatures, like just kind of playing both of the weapons. That was clean. That was so clean on it. And got a little bit of a punish on it. Weapon toss goes. The dodge is down.
Wow. Timing was just like off by like, I want to say 0.1 seconds, bro. He was this close to getting that ground pound. Oh, see, that's the thing. That's why it's scary to approach Wubbs, right? He's in the corner. You want to approach him. You want to checkmate him. And then boom, sig, boom, sig. Oh, no. No dodge. Can't even make it. All right, nice. That's going to be enough. Sometimes it really is just that simple. A weapon throw from Maid is going to go ahead and secure that stock. Now, if they were able to put themselves up a game versus Wubbs, I think that would do a lot for the mentality, a lot for just the stage picks going forward here. But we'll see what Wubbs has to say. D-Light, almost enough to KO. Another one will probably do it.
That's definitely. Yeah. Okay. I was going to be surprised if that didn't KO. Wubbs going to have his choice of the weapons here. Going back to the axe. Maid's going to be looking for a weapon spawn. Maybe not right away, though. You see the unarmed kit coming in. Maid does move over to the weapon spawn on the left side very quickly. It's going to be the gauntlets here. Already found one hit. Nice sidelight, waits for it, then goes for the recovery. A lot of sidelight variation coming out from Maid.
Nice.
And beyond just like the normal ones, how did he get through that? That is the first time that has ever happened. Literally world's first. History.
No, it's literally like, I remember someone made a post on it. Rather about it on Twitter like a while ago. You have to be pretty close to frame perfect to get through that. Wow, you just did a double sidelight recovery. You just made it that simple. I didn't think it was going to KO, honestly. I thought he had like enough health that like, yeah, it would take him pretty close to the top, but I didn't think it would be enough to secure the KO. But Maid just closing the door to game one quicker than I could even recognize with just the double sidelight recovery. And that's why gauntlets can be so good, right? Each sidelight just carries you up that much higher that even when it looks like you're not in KO range, suddenly you're just dead.
And I love the immediate answer back from Wubbs in the stage banning. Right off the bat, it was boom, Small Brawlhaven gone, boom, Demon Island gone. And then even paused for like a second or two before deciding on which map to take out next. It was like he made the decision of, okay, take away the no soft plat maps. I am not dealing with that anymore. And then deciding, okay, but which soft plat map do I want to play on? Which ones do I want to leave open for Maid to choose?
Oh man, look at all this damage. Maid is looking like the person to be here, but Wubbs was so close in the last game, can definitely bring it back right now, not too far behind. But I mean, now Wubbs has the platforms that you were mentioning before, right? It's a whole different layer to the game that Maid didn't have to worry about in that game one. So all things considered, you know, if they win this one, Wubbs is going to be in a whole lot of trouble, because that means not only did he win without the gimmick, he would have won with the gimmick, right? So it's like, if Maid just keeps finding dub after dub, there's only so much you can do.
I don't know if Maid's going to find the dub here. This is probably the best map for Wubbs because, one, the number of soft platforms that he can use, and two, the height. Think about if you were trying to attack someone who's like grounded or near grounded on a map like Miami Dome. Those platforms are high, so if you're slide charging off of those soft plats, it's going to be a long time before you're at the height where you can hit an opponent who's low on the ground. That's not the case here.
I mean, we even see Wubbs finds the first stock with the recovery, but I mean, even then, like, bow recovery doesn't kill that early, especially on a stage like this. The kill boxes are like pretty far and about. There we go. It's going to be the first stock of Wubbs falling there. But the fact that he's finding KOs with bow recovery means that the game plan has stayed more or less the same. Wubbs just finds stray hit after stray hit, little bits of damage here and there, and then ultimately anything ends up being a KO option. It's been working out for him pretty well here. Maid trying to be a little bit more efficient than that. We saw in the last game that the damage differential was only about like 10 or 20 damage across both players. So we'll see if that's a little bit wider in this game too.
Ooh, Maid actually gets down to the main platform. The punishment from Wubbs was going to be that recovery. Interesting choice for Wubbs coming out here. Still certainly in the lead, but Maid doing a great job of keeping this one interesting as we are just over 2 minutes into this game. Maid starting to take a lot of damage now in the red.
Oh,
Completely backs up. Didn't go for anything big. Now you see that Sig coming out. Man, those soft platforms.
You can see Wubbs is greedy, right? That's not the first time we've seen him go for a down sig when he can just get an end light guaranteed or something, but he wants the big, hard punish, and he just doesn't have quite enough time to do it. Either way, though, I mean, this is still extremely close. Maid looking for a punish. Oh, this spacing that Wubbs is holding right now is so scary for Maid, and that's going to be the stock with a weapon throw as well. When Axe is, like, directly on top of you like that, it's scary because you got the end light threatening, the D light threatening, but Azoth specifically has both the down sig and end sig in either direction for you to look out for, so it's so much scarier. And we saw Maid ended up crumbling in that scenario, but was able to answer right back. End light, end sig, catches the dodge to bring things right back. Beautiful read from Maid.
And that's something that's going to be really helpful for Maid, specifically playing the Moore decks here, is using that signature kit, because if Wubbs was in the same amount of damage and Maid wasn't playing a character that you can use really strong signatures with, I don't know if he would have gotten that KO that quickly. It would have taken some more damage, or at least like lucky spot for Maid to pick up a KO move. Oh my goodness.
I like the attempt from Maid. Knew Wubbs didn't have a dodge at the beginning of that and tried to run. What a dodge, dude! Made me sound like Shaggy from Scooby-Doo with the way he dodged that. That was crazy. I don't know how Maid is finding the way through right now, but has Wubbs in the corner. You can get like a ground pound here. Set him off stage one more time. This could be game. Ooh, caught the recovery. He has a dodge still.
You're sounding like Shaggy, but after all this damage Maid is putting out on Wubbs, Wubbs is sitting here going, row, raggy.
You just transformed into a dog. You just can't take it anymore.
He's going to do a Scooby snack or something. Ooh, that's nice. Weapon toss goes really high. Oh, yo,
nice.
Is that weapon toss goes down? Here comes the dodge. Yeah. That was so close. Maid is going to take that on possibly the absolute best map for Wubbs.
Yeah, and that's bad news bears if you are Wubbs, right? Like, game one, no platforms. Caught the L. Game two, the best layout you could probably hope for. Still caught the L. So I'm like, they say, you know, 2 times is coincidence, 3 times is a trend. Do you want to be a trend, Wubbs? You know, it's going to be a really bad time for you. It's like when EDM first started being a thing.
Oh, ugh, gross. I don't even want to talk about that.
Well, I mean, you got it. His name's Wubbs, right? You got to.
That's
Wub,
true.
Wub, right?
That
The
was,
Wub sets, are those being put to rest right here? Is this the end?
You're looking at those stats right in front of you. Low accuracy coming out from Wubbs. Not even like he was hitting 50% before. Then all of a sudden there were games where it started to drop to like 23%. Now you're seeing a 15%.
Interesting.
That is so low for Wubbs. And he's actually swapping his character.
Wow. I've said it not once, not twice, but a million times. When your back is against the wall, there is only one religion that
Tell
can
me
save
who.
you.
Tell me what it is. Tell me. Who am I praying to?
Teros is your god, Sparky.
No.
Ignorance
No.
is the
I
answer. Ignorance
refuse.
is the way. You can do it, Anakin.
I refuse.
Just do it, man. Just hop right on. Oh, well, we restarting. All right. That's why you got to do it in the first 10 seconds. You know, you got to make sure, because we checking the rules here. But ignorance is always the answer. I do not blame him. I, too, have found myself struggling in my life. I did not know where to turn, where to go. And Teros was right there waiting for me.
I'll never do it. I'll never submit.
The embrace of a cow goes off. It goes off. I don't know. I don't know if Maid has the answer to the Teros. Now, granted, Wubbs actually has like a pretty deep pocket, all things considered, of legends that he can play. And we were talking about, I think, in the pre-show, it was Duke who was mentioning that he got pretty far at BCX last year. One can't forget how popular Jae-Yun was in that tournament, but Wubbs had a pretty gnarly Jae-Yun for that. But that's not who we're going to see today. We are seeing Teros, Captain Ignorant himself, blowing smoke out of his nose. The default drip, default axe, but a little splash of color.
And
will it be enough?
He's in the strength stance. Going the only way that actually Teros should be played. They should take away every other stance from Teros and just give him the default stats of all the way into strength, baby.
You got to hit hard. You're back against the ropes. You got to pull out all of the stops now in Maid. You just got to keep playing consistent, right? So far, you're doing everything that you need to.
And that's the interesting thing is you'll hear the phrase hit hard, hit often. When you're Teros, you only have to do the hit hard part. You don't even have to hit often because you hit that hard.
Yes, it's facts, right? Because at this point, this is the battle of a Zoomer versus a Millennial, right? I think Wubbs technically classifies as that. He's not too far behind. So we got age gap bracket right here, right? Who's going to be the one to come out on top? Is it going to be the Zoomer or is it going to be the Millennial? We may as well call them the Boomers now, man. If you're anything that's not the most recent, you're just old.
That's
but
true.
So far,
even though they're so different when they were born, it turns out they're probably both depressed.
Yeah,
because
actually,
we got Gen Z and the Millennials in here, so.
Oh, man. I don't know, man. Maid looking pretty tough to beat. Now, the Teros, so far, okay, there it is. I was going to say, we haven't seen any 6 come out. And boom, there it is, right to get the KO. And, like, you get a Sig with Teros, you're not really scared that it's not going to KO, you know? Like, it's like, if it hits, that's it.
If it doesn't, you're for some reason, like, really unlucky. That's like you're playing XCOM and you have a 99.9% chance to get a crit, and you somehow just wildly miss on an opponent that's literally right next to you.
Oh, yeah, this my life in Fire Emblem. It's just like, come on. Here we go. Maid still looking pretty good here. Wubbs trying to fight back, trying to get himself on the board, down 2-0 in the set. If Maid wins this game, that's a grand final spot, a second chance at Impala, and it's looking like Maid might be able to make that happen. Wubbs, can you stand strong? Can you protagonist your way out of this?
Weapon toss goes high. Wubbs gets under it.
Ooh. Okay, so far nothing too crazy. Another shout. He'll just throw it out. And why not, man? You've landed 2 so far, 2 out of 3, 66% accuracy, and that's not a bad look. You can see Wubbs is biding a little bit more time in the corner as well. He can feel the pressure. He doesn't want to go out here.
That was a nice sidelight.
Wow.
Yo, the absolute patience from Maid on some of the sidelights that they've thrown out today are absolutely incredible.
No, I have to agree. A lot of the times, people will immediately dodge after the gauntlet sidelight, right? And Wubbs, being a good player, he's like, I'm just not going to do anything. And Maid waits, and he's like, all right, bet. Fine, I'll just throw out a Sig. You didn't expect that, huh? And now Wubbs, final stock potentially in this bracket. Maid looking to close things out here. If Wubbs can get this edge guard, doesn't even need to. It looks like Maid doesn't have enough juice. This is it, Sparky. This is where Legends could potentially be made, or this is where the chapter closes for young Wubbs.
We are on final stocks. Both players have weapons. We're on Miami Dome, so nobody can go onto the stage here. Those soft platforms aren't quite an ally to Wubbs like they used to be back when he was playing Azoth.
Even with his back against the ropes, Wubbs will still go for the fancy play here. Gets an end light. Bides some time. It's going to be a punch. What a falling nair, by the way. What the heck, Maid? What an option. Oh, careful. Is he going to go for something cheeky? He wants a reversal here. This is where this game is going to end. I'm going to call it now. It's going to be on this left side corner. Maid's patient. Maybe not. Maybe he's going to let Wubbs come back. No, this is going to... Never mind. Never mind, man. That's going to be Maid officially cementing themselves in the top 2 of the Mammoth Arcadian, finding a Mordex Scythe down Sig to close it out, and a second chance at Impala. And we're going to go ahead and get a replay of the final stock here. Wall slip coming into play. He has to come on stage.
Oh,
so
what
he
a
just
dodge
back
on
steps
that.
And gets him.
Didn't even have to burn the dodge. The physical spacing from Maid really coming back there. What a commanding victory from Maid. Very impressive. Wubbs was looking like a demon in the losers bracket, and here comes Maid 3-0ing. Incredible.